Howdy, howdy, howdy. We're talking division and we're talking halving numbers, or finding half of a number. And whenever you are finding half of something, yeah, you betcha, you're dividing by 2. So what the heck are you doing with this page? Well, you are going to divide all of these numbers by 2. Or in other words, you are going to find half of each of these. Now, the very first few you might find kind of easy, and that's awesome. I hope you do. If you don't, that's okay too. You'll also notice, though, when you look at this page, there's 2 circles down here. Well, what the heck are we doing with them? Well, you are going to have in your hand a whole bunch of counters. And what you're going to do is you are going to look at the number that you are splitting up. And we do call that number that we're splitting up the dividend. So let's say 8 divided by 2, or half of 8. 8 would be our dividend. That's the number that's being split up. And if I don't know how many times 2 fits into 8, I can use these 2 circles to help me out with that. So what I'm going to do is this. I'll put a counter here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 8. There we go. I reached my number. So now I've ran out of, I reached 8. I reached my dividend. And what I need to do now is see, well, when I split 8 into 2 groups, how many is in each group? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just found my answer. My answer to this one, oops, my marker is weird today. My answer is 4. Boom. So I'm going to do that for every single one of them. Okay, let's try a bigger number, a bigger dividend. Let's go all the way up to, say, 26. Okay, I'm going to half 26, splitting it in half. So again, I'll use my 2 circles and I'll start putting counters in them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. All right, I reached 26. I've split 26 in half into 2 groups. How much is in each group? Well, 5, 10, 13. Okay, well, my answer, half of 26 is 13. Boom, just like that. Now, you'll notice, though, in this very last column over here, the pattern kind of breaks because we went from 2 all the way up to 100. Those were our dividends. But now we've kind of got weird groups here. Okay, and notice some of the dividends are ridiculously big. Do I expect you to put 4,000 counters in 2 circles? Absolutely not. Nope. We don't have that many counters, and we don't have that much time. So we're not going to do that. Absolutely. So if we're not going to put 4,000 counters in these 2 circles, well, how the heck are we going to figure out this answer? Well, what I'm hoping is that you notice some patterns. Okay? You notice some patterns. And if I said, hey, well, what is half of 10? What is half of 10? Okay. Well, I could use my 2 circles to help me out with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, half of 10 is 5. Awesome. Oops, it's supposed to be a 5. Okay. Now, if I just add a 0 to 10 and make it 100, well, what is half of 100? I could use my 2 circles. I could put numbers in each one. And what I would arrive at is 50. Half of 100 is 50. Look at the pattern here. We added a 0 to one of our terms here. We added a 0 to 10, making it 100. We added a 0 to our quotient, our answer. What if I had 1,000? What if I had 1,000? Well, what did I do there? I added another 0 to it. So what do I do with my answer here? I add another 0 to it. Half of 1,000 is 500. Okay, so that's a pattern I'm hoping we can see and exploit when we're doing these questions here. You'll also notice, though, some of them kind of break the pattern. We have 38, 380, 3,800, 3,840. Oh, weird. How the heck am I going to find half of that? Well, let's do a different set of numbers. Let's go 20, half of 20. And again, for this one, I could use the counters. 20 is not that hard to count to. Okay. And if I did that back and forth, I would arrive at 10. So if I add a 0, on the end of 20, making it 200. What is half of 200? Well, yeah, that's 100. Half of 200 is 100. All right. Okay. And again, look at the pattern. We're just adding a 0 to the quotient. What if I had 2,000? You're probably screaming at your computer right now, Lewis, you're wasting my time. I know that that's going to be 1,000. Half of 2,000 is 1,000. Because look at the pattern. We're just adding a 0 to our quotient if you add a 0 to your dividend. Okay. But now let's make this spicy. If I went 2,030, what is half of that? Well, that one's a little bit trickier because now we're breaking the pattern. Oops, 2. We're breaking the pattern here, right? We're not just adding a 0. We added 30. So yuck, how the heck am I going to do that? Well, check this out. I already know that half of 2,000 is 1,000. What is half of 30? Well, let's actually use the circles for this one.